All right, today we're going to talk about a massive billion-dollar problem that a lot of companies face, the supply chain guessing game. We're going to break down how AI is completely changing the game, replacing those risky bets with smart, data-driven decisions. So let's just dive right in.
So let me start with a question that, might hit a little too close to home for some of you. Are you trying to manage thousands of products with customer demand shifting all the time and global disruptions popping up left and right, all from a giant, complicated mess of spreadsheets? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone, but it's a really, really costly way to do business.
And that whole spreadsheet-driven approach? Well, that's what we call the billion-dollar guessing game. Because when you're planning manually like that, you're not really planning, you're just guessing. And those guesses, man, they have some huge financial consequences.
Look, this isn't just some hypothetical idea. This is a direct quote from a real company, California Design Den. They're a bedding brand, and they were juggling over 2,500 unique products. For them, getting an accurate forecast was absolutely essential, but it was also a constant manual struggle.
And this manual way of doing things, it's not just inefficient, it's actively hurting your bottom line. You either end up with way too much money tied up in products that just aren't selling, or you miss out on sales because you don't have enough for the stuff people actually want. Either way you slice it, your profits take a serious hit.
But what if you could swap all that guesswork for an intelligent partner? This is where we make the turn. We're moving from the problem to the solution, your AI copilot.
This right here, this is the fundamental shift. It's huge. Instead of spending all your time crunching numbers, your planners get automated insights. Instead of just reacting to problems, they get to plan proactively. And here's the most important part. They stop being the creator of the forecasts and become the curator. They use their expertise to guide the AI-driven strategy. It's a total game changer.
So, the tool that's making all this possible, it's called Planning in a Box. It's an AI platform specifically designed to give planners superpowers, really turning them from number crunchers into the strategic heroes of their company.
Now, you might be hearing AI platform and thinking this all sounds incredibly complex, but the core concept is actually really simple. Just think of it like an intelligent navigation system for your entire supply chain.
It's just like the GPS in your car, right? It takes in all this data, traffic, road closures, your destination, and it figures out the best possible route. This platform does the exact same thing. It ingests all your business data, processes it, and then gives you clear, simple guidance on what to do next.
So how does it work? Well, it's a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, you've got ingestion, which acts like the ears. It listens to all your data sources, everything from your internal systems to external market trends. Then, the ledger acts as the brain, taking all that messy data and creating one single unified source of truth. And finally, the Pi agent is your guide, speaking to you in plain English to deliver the insights you need.
And here it is, this is the cockpit. This is the actual interface where planners talk to the AI. They can ask it questions in normal language like, hey, which of our products are best suited for the summer season? And boom, they get an instant data-backed answer. The whole goal here is to get you those critical insights 10 times faster than the old way.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but what actually happens when you put this AI copilot to the test in the real world? Take a good look at this number, 50%. Just let that sink in for a second. What do you think that could possibly mean for a real business?
That is a 50% reduction in costly excess inventory for California Design Den. That's not a small number. By switching from their manual spreadsheets to this platform, they were able to cut the amount of cash tied up in unsold products literally in half.
But the wins didn't stop there, not by a long shot. It wasn't just about cutting waste. They started to get a much, much deeper understanding of how each individual product was performing. And that led to way more accurate demand planning and, maybe most importantly, it actually improved their overall profit margins.
And this quote from their co-founder, Deepak Malhotra, it just says it all. He said that to get this kind of insight before, they would have needed an army of data scientists. Now, with this technology, they can make faster, smarter decisions without that enormous expense.
So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds incredible, but it also sounds like a gigantic, high-risk project. So let's talk about how you can actually get started without all that stress.
You know, the biggest fear people have around adopting AI is that it's going to be this long, complicated, expensive journey with no guarantee of success at the end. But the way to get started here is designed to be the exact opposite of all that.
It all starts with a simple 4-week pilot program. It's a fixed price and a fixed scope. The goal is super clear. Solve one high-impact business problem in just 4 weeks, using your own data. And at the end of it, you don't just get a fancy report. You get a real, working solution and a clear analysis of the return on investment to prove the value.
And that pilot, it's just the beginning. It's step one on a really clear, structured path. From there, you move on to a full platform setup. You handle all the security and governance, and then you go live in production. It's a complete roadmap from that one initial use case to a fully integrated, scalable solution for your business.
So, I guess the final question is a simple one. Are you ready to stop guessing and start actually planning? It's really about trading that old spreadsheet nightmare for an intelligent co-pilot that can help you navigate the chaos of today's supply chain. The real question is, what's the cost of staying right where you are?